Okay. So my superstitions were, much like the theme of this video, I I took apart all of my shifter linkage here, at least at your feet. Took the shifter arms off, uh, disconnected the inner arm, shifting arm from the shaft, pulled the shaft out. And what I did was I started rocking the bike around, and all of a sudden it started going through the gears. Now I'm not sure why that would be, because you basically kind of have seems to be a universal swivel there and universal swivel there. So I'm not sure why there was any bad tension maybe on the shifter. Something need to look into. Maybe this whole thing is backwards. I don't know. I guess I need to look at the parts catalog and look and see if this rod is not the way it's supposed to be. But I'm going to go look at a parts catalog and see if that's, I guess what I could do, I'll just go look at my 05 and see how that one's set up. Be right back. Nope, it is exactly the same. The shifter rod is on the outside of the arm, and it's not a terrible angle. Some reason though, it was like jammed. Well, what I'll do is I'll walk through what I was saying regarding if you ever have this for some unknown reason, and I'm sorry to hear that it happens, but if for some reason that comes off on your bike, the best thing to do is honestly look at it here. Like, go ahead and, before you get it in the boss, put your shaft on there and look and see. Yeah, now I'm going to have a freaking problem. Where's that? Just to kind of get an idea of how far through your shaft's going to be when your pinch bolt lines up with the groove. And if you were trying to not able to understand what I was talking about, you can see that there's a groove right there. Once you put the pinch bolt through the clamp, your pinch bolt's riding right in that groove. So I'm going to put all this back together, try it again, see if it works. It's odd. I did the same thing. Well, I only went with the toe shifter. And I began to notice right away this, things were starting to bind up again. A little bit of a mystery. Clearly, it's something at the transmission, because there's nothing out here that's obstructed or hindering any movement. You just got to make sure you got this inner arm away from your cylinder fins, because that will begin to hit those. But I don't know. This is, sorry for that banging. This is definitely an issue. Obviously, there's some kind of must be a side pressure on it or something. locked again. That's freaking awesome. Always something. This is what happens when you buy somebody else's stuff. Might be thinking that's why this arm wasn't clamped all the way on like it's supposed to be. Very peculiar. Something's not right. And they did a band-aid on it. Not a very safe band-aid. Case in point, the whole shifter came off while I was riding it. Shame on me for trusting the other guy. Come on now. And there we go. We're shifting again. Son of a bitch. Now I'm wondering, is there a specific... No, there can't be. There can't be. What I was going to say was, is there a specific angle, but that would be adjusted with the rod. I've never switched the rod. I don't know what is going on. No interference down here at the case. Clearly, I'm going to have to go back to the transmission. Good times. I'll be talking with you, I guess, again whenever I get more stuff torn apart. So if you have an unproductive day like I've had, I personally like to call time out and gather my thoughts. Woodford sounds good. Little double oak. So I got a couple things I'm thinking about. One trick that somebody did was they talked about operating the clutch only like halfway and letting it back out and stuff like that. And I think really what they're talking about though is while the engine is probably running to get things to line up. I was able to do that too. And I actually had a little bit of success doing that. And the way I was doing it was I was actually rocking the bike back and forth, putting pressure on the transmission both forwards and backwards, just rolling it on the wheels. And I managed, by luck or by it actually working, I got the shifter to shift down to first gear and neutral. But I think I've got other problems with this thing. And I think what I need to do is basically start at the clutch and the transmission and see, like I mentioned before, this has a reverse gear added to the transmission. It was made by Motor Trike, and I didn't install this, so I don't know what there is involved with it. I might want to take this off and start looking at some stuff, see if things look okay or if things are wearing or something. I don't know. It's a new animal for me, that's for sure. But it's got me a little confused. uh, Hence a little bit of thinking fluid. Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, if anybody out there has any ideas or have seen this before or have a suggestion for me to check out, I'm not afraid to check out anything. I mean, uh, I'll tear this thing apart into every single piece that there is to it, and look at everything and see what's. I'll find out what's wrong eventually. Just nice to have a little bit of a shortcut with somebody else's knowledge and experience. So, hey man, if you guys have any ideas, shoot them to me, and I'll be glad to follow up with those ideas and let you know what happens. Like I said, right now I think I need to look at the clutch. I need to look at uh, the right side of that transmission where this reverse kit's put into it. I'll need to get on that side anyway, just to make sure the ramps for the clutch cable are where they need to be and everything, and my throw out bearing is okay over there too. All that stuff wears pretty quickly if it's not maintained correctly, which I'm beginning to think a lot of the wearable parts on this bike are going to need addressed over this winter. So anyhow, any tips, I appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you again. Thank you.